Good, oopsie, good morning, Friday morning. Just setting this up. 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going a little early today, so I can get on with my day too. Uh-oh. So today is Pilates stretch. So let's just, while we're standing here talking, let's just swing our arms. So it's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Okay, I want you to have nice, big, deep breaths in and out. Wrap your arms around. So I'm taking your breath all the way in through your nose, all the way to your belly, and back out. Keeping your rib cage up off your hip bones. All right. Have those arms coming a little higher. And let's just start swinging one arm all the way up and around, and the other. Got to move back. And the other arm forwards and backwards. There we go. All right, let's reach high up to the sky. Pushing that rib cage forward, sideways, leading with your rib cage, right? Leading. Stretch up to the sky, your belly's to your back, right? Because if your belly's not to your back and you're arching, you're going to pull something in your back or in your belly. Awesome. All right, reaching nice and high. 6 full body squats. We're coming down those side walls. Booty is way back. Collapse it down. Big breath up and out, coming down. Keep that core engaged. It's going to be a warm one today. Good thing I'm just going to go and sit in the water. One more. And all the way up and all the way down. All right. Hip rolls. 1, 2, 3. The other way. 3, 2. See how my hip is barely moving up? It is going to move up a little bit, but try to have those hips square. It's a long time to train your hip to stay there. I find tilting your pelvis that tiny little bit helps. All right, up on your tippy toes. All right, we're going to do the Barbie walk. Turn it around, Barbie walk back. Up and down on those toes. Don't ask me what that was all about. And coming all the way down. All right, let's roll those ankles. Okay, go on the outside of that one foot. On the inside, this is our ankle day. Up on those toes, pushing that arch forward. Roll across those toes. And let's scrunch that carpet up between your toes, pulling it towards your heel, making that arch come up. And if you can, wiggle those toes. Again, that's a hard thing too. All right. And now I want you to have your flat foot. Okay. I want you to bring you can both do both toes at the same time. Bring your big toes up and down. Big toes up and down. One more time. Now let's leave your big toe down. We'll probably do one at a time here. Big toe down, other toes up. Big toe down. Come on, concentrate on those toes. Your brain can do it. You got to and down. And let's do the other side. Big toe down. Bring those other toes up. And again. Awesome. All right, let's roll that other foot. And the other way. On the outside. And on the inside. Pushing your arch forward. Roll across those toes. And scrunch that carpet together. Wiggle toes. Scrunch it up. And give a little shake. Give a little shake. And now we're going to balance. So standing up nice and tall. Okay. Palms are forward. Right. Shoulders are relaxed down. Rib cage up. Core's engaged. Okay. Okay. We're going to take this right leg up. Okay. Tilt your pelvis. Sorry. But you're going to try to keep our hips square. And let's roll in. Roll the other way. Point, flex, point, flex, wave it. Shake it. Other side. Again, set up. Palms are forward. Tilt that pelvis up on one. Whoopsie. Okay, push that big toe into the mat if you're having problems with balancing. Roll. Roll the other way. Point, flex, wave. And shake it. Might be a little boring about doing all this ankle and footwork, but your feet are so important. And if you keep them all mobile and flexed up and all lubed up, you're going to prevent falls and sprains, a lot of different things. Remember, our whole body is connected. All right. I'm just going to, we're going to just do a quick pat down. All right. Right. So just okay, let's move our innards around. Getting all that fascia moved, warmed up, a little sticky. All right, up the back neck. All right, up your neck, down your neck, across your face. Little sticky is right. Okay, let's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle right behind, underneath your skull. Wiggle, 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 okay? Keep wiggling. Shift your eyeballs right, left, right, left, up, down, and shake it all about. All right, we are ready to go. Just going to turn just a little bit sideways so you guys can see. We're going to start off with just getting our heart rate up a little bit. So step 1, 2, right, left, kick, right, left, extend, swing those arms. Keeping that rib cage up and belly in. Head's being pulled up to the sky. And breathe. I'm going to have a friend here chasing my feet. Big arms. Afraid I'm going to get tripped. All right, and let's go to the other side. Left, right, kick, left, right, extend. Get those arms going. Nice and tall. Be strong. One more. Kick it. And extend it. All right, we're going to go sideways. Side lunge crunch. We're going to stay on the first lunge just for a second. So step it out, booty back, right? Okay. Let's just stay here for a second, stretching out the inner muscles here. All right, are you ready? 8 side lunge crunches. Coming up, knee to elbow. That's 1. 2, keep that core engaged. 3, rib cage up. 4, 5, Booty way back. 6, 7, and 8. And let's go to the other side. I'm going to stay here for a second. All right. Okay, we're stretching the insides of both legs here. All right, you ready? Right leg to left elbow, up and lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now we're going to do squat, extend. So again, standing up nice and tall, feet about shoulder width apart. Squat it down, extend to the right, extend to the left. Lengthen those limbs when you're stretching. Lengthen. Be back. Awesome. And we're done. All right. Let's stand at your end of your mat, reaching up nice and high to the sky. Right, we're going to go down to ragdoll. So coming down those side walls, reach, reach, reach out, coming all the way down. We're going to stay here for a second. Stretch out the backs of those legs now. Big breaths in and out. Oh yeah, I need this stretch. Awesome. All right. Arms are spaghetti. Soft bend in those knees. Pulse it up. We're going to go up your spine, middle, all the way up, starting with the lowest vertebrae you can get. Start rolling, belly in. Chin to chest. And roll those shoulders back, coming up to the sky and back down. Soft bend in the knees. Have your left arm longer than your right. Weight is distributed evenly over both feet. We're going to roll up your right side of the spine. All right, here we go. Rolling up. And roll those shoulders back, up to the sky and back down. Nice, big, deep breath out. Soft bend in those knees, and this time your right arm longer than your left. Pulse it, just slightly pulsing up until you find that lowest vertebrae. And start the roll. Think of every vertebrae coming all the way up and coming all the way back down. Walk those hands out to downward dog. Pulse those feet out. When you're ready, bring those heels back down. Let's push away from your hands. Chest is being pushed to your knees. You can sway it side to side. Still pushing your chest towards those knees, and your belly's being pulled up to the sky. Nice big deep breaths in and out. Awesome. Let's take this right leg up high behind you. 3 kicks. Bend that knee and look underneath your right arm, pushing your chest towards the knee. Still pushing away from those hands. Straighten that leg all the way out. And let's bring it into our chest for 4. 3. All the way back up. 2. And 1. And then let's bring it all the way through to our right thumb. low lunge. Okay, and we're going to bring this right arm up to the sky, looking up there at those fingertips. Bring it back down, switch legs. You're in high plank, push those shoulders back. Other leg comes up, right? Just let gravity work, sinking those, your hips are going to be sinking into the mat. And let's bring this left arm all the way up. Bring it back down, high plank, other leg, right arm up. This is called the world's greatest stretch. All right, coming back down, we're going to bring both hands in front of that right foot. Okay, we're going to power up to high lunge. Belly to your back. Up and down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. High lunge. Let's bring those arms all the way down to the inside of this right foot. Let this left leg drop. Wiggle that left leg out to the edge of the mat. Okay, we're going to open up this knee. Oh, all right. And then have that palm on the outside of your knee. Push the knee into palm and bring that leg in and out. We're working on those hips. In and out. Push the knee to palm. Good job. All right, let's go down to lizard. So you can stay here or go down on your elbows. We're breathing for 3. Awesome. I'm coming back up on my hands. I'm going to bend my left leg here. And I'm going to reach back. You don't have to reach back, right? You're just going to bring that leg a little closer, that heel a little closer to your butt there, but not too much. It's a big stretch of your quad, hip flexor. Just breathing is enough. Uh-oh, she's on a tear here. All right, bring that leg back down, and you're going to bring this right foot into the center. Heel is up. Okay, make sure the left hip is above the left knee. Okay, and we're going to push our booty back. Push it back, and then bring your chest down. Reach that left arm in front. And breathe. Feel the lengthening of the back of the right leg. Awesome stuff. And let's bring that leg back, and we're going to go right into high plank. Hands are underneath your shoulders. And we're going to breathe for 10. Not breathe. Count for 10. 9. 8. You can drop one knee if you like. 7. 6. 5. 4. Lengthen your head to one wall and your feet to the other. 3. 2. And 1. Let's push it back to downward dog. Sway those hips side to side and breathe. All right, we're pushing away from those hands. Belly's being pulled up to the sky. All right, bring that left leg up high behind you. 3 kicks. Bend that knee and look underneath your left arm. Reaching that knee to that back wall. Straighten that leg all the way out and bring it into your chest for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And coming all the way through to that left hand. Low lunge on the other side. And this time, we're going to open up our right arm. You're opening up your chest. Look way back there. And then switch legs. Let gravity work. Looking up. And switch again. Last time. Right arm up. Oh my goodness, it's warm out. And bringing it back down. And we're going right up to high lunge. Hands are together, magnetized together. Power up. Belly in. Up and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring those hands, reaching for those walls all the way down. Let's come all the way back up again. And let's cactus this time. Bring those elbows down, back up. Let's bring those elbows all the way back down again, back up. And let's come all the way down to the inside of this left foot, dropping your right leg, shoelace to mat. Wiggle this left leg out to the side, up on the edge of the foot. Open up that knee. Bring the hand on the other side, knee to palm, bring it in, out. Knee to palm, out. We're flossing. You don't hold on to the extension. Just keep moving it in and out and keeping that resistance. All right, let's go down to lizard. So again, you can stay like this or come down and breathe. All the way back up. Let's bring that foot right there in front of you. Oh, I lied. Let's stay down there. Sorry. In lizard. And let's bring this right foot up behind you for a nice quad and hip flexor stretch. I don't know, my quads were really sore this week. And bring it back down. And now bring that foot to the center. Up on your heel. Make sure that right hip is above your right knee. Okay. We're going to push our booty back. Lengthen that right arm and chest comes down. And breathe for 3. Awesome. Coming back to plank. Bring that leg back. Push your shoulders into your arms. And we're going to do plank twist. So plank twist to the right. And plank twist to the left. Looking at those fingers way up there. There's no rush. Drop those knees. And going down to chaturanga, all the way down. Let's push our chest up. Squeeze our shoulder blades together. Let those hips just relax. And come all the way back down to the mat. Push up again. Relax those hips and squeeze those shoulder blades. Keeping those shoulders down. That's it. Coming all the way back down. Coming up to High plank, downward dog. Push away from those hands. Let's get everything activated here. Okay, so your chest is being pushed to your knees. Your belly's being pulled up to the sky. Your ears are at their biceps. Sway those hips. Slowly side to side. Feel the stretch from your baby finger all the way to your hip. And then go to the other side. And make sure you're breathing. All right, let's walk those feet all the way to your hands. We're in chair position. Bring those hands out in front. Power all the way up and bring those hands all the way down. All right, we're going to get into snowbirds from here. Turn my mat a bit. All right, so let's start on one knee. So I can turn it all the way. There we go. All right, starting on one knee, extend the other one directly out from your hip. Roll those shoulders back. Extend those arms. Relax them down, right? Reaching from wall to wall. Your rib cage is up, your belly's in. Let's go down, touch down, up a centimeter, and let's come across for 6, 5. Keep that core engaged. 4, 3. Out. The whole foot is flat on the mat. And 1, and wing dips. So touch down, coming up. We're going to stay here for a second. Reach for the sky and reach down that leg. Look up at those fingers. All right, and let's go for 6. Belly in. 5, 4. Your upper body, your upper torso is moving. Your hips are not. 2, and 1. Awesome stuff. Let's bring that hand down. That right leg comes up, toe pointing down, up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And toe tap in the front, heel tap in the back of the mat. Toe, heel. Close the hip, open the hip. Working all the joints here. Lengthen. Okay, and we're going to crunch elbow to knee and back out, bringing that belly to your back. And lengthen, and let's come all the way up and go to the other side. So reset, I know. Hands are out, relax those down. Touch down, up a centimeter. And this arm comes to your nose and back, keeping that core engaged. 3, 4, outer foot flat on the floor. 2, and 1. Wing dips, touch it down. Gonna stay up here for a second. Look up. And wing dip for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And right hand comes down to the mat, left leg is up, toe pointing down. All right, leg is getting heavy. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Toe tap. Open up the hip, close the hip. Open, close. Open, close. Open, close. Extend and crunch it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to really lengthen and bring that belly to your back. 1, 1, and lengthen, and let's come all the way up to tabletop, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, 3 clicks of the heel, and make a wish for today. All right, right arm, left leg, up, belly to your back, looking straight down. Okay, have a look. Is your right hip over top of your right knee? And breathe. And let's slide those limbs out to the side and back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands down and leave that left leg out to the side at 9 o'clock. And we're going to do rainbow taps. So bring it all the way over to the other side. Look at your foot and bring it back. Rainbow taps. Up and over the mat. And 6, and bring it back. And let's just bring it right down. And we're going to do the other side. So it's left arm, right leg. Bird dog. Belly to your back. Side swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And rainbow taps. Up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's go right down into child's pose. Lengthen those arms down the mat, bringing your forehead down. Nice big deep breath in and out. Collapsing down on the mat. Just sway it side to side. Let's walk those hands over to the right, left cheek off a left heel. 2 breaths in and out. And then let's go all the way over to the other side. And back to center. And drop those forearms onto the mat. Open up those knees, keeping your feet together. All right. And we're going to thread the needle, do some shoulder work now. So let's bring that right arm up to the sky. Keep going, looking at those fingers. And let's thread the needle. Palm is up, come through. Reach for the wall in front of you and have 2 breaths. Or 1 breath. And all the way back up. And thread. And then back up. And let's do a hip grab. So grab that left hip with that right hand and just look up. And bring that hand back down and let's go up to the other side. All the way up. Look at those fingers way up there. And thread. Cheek comes down to the mat and breathe. And again. Bring that hand all the way up again. and hip grab, grabbing that left hand with that right hip and look up. And all the way back down. And child's pose. So let's just bring those hands out in front. Have a nice big deep breath in and out. Stretch those, walk those fingers away. Then let's bring those hands all the way back behind our bodies, clasp those hands together, and we're going to bring those arms up, hands up behind your back. Slowly. Breathe out. And bring those hands all the way back down. Bring them all the way out into the front. And we're going to drag those hands down the mat towards our knees, upper quads. Roll those shoulders back. And let's sit down on our mats. Turn my mat again. There you go. All right, so we're sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are back, our head's being pulled up to the sky, right? And let's just start moving those legs, opening them up. Get up there on those sit bones, right? Okay, legs, toes are pointing up. Shoulders are rolled back. That's, we're going to go over here. So bring those arms out, push them back again, back and down, right? So they're right in their sockets. Your rib cage is up off your hip bones. Taking this right hand, swiping it all the way back. Your left hand is going to point towards that right foot. And then you're going to come down. Try to keep those arms nice and straight. It's a nice stretch. Breathing out. You're going to stay here for a bit. So nice, big, easy breaths in and out. With every breath out, you're sinking a little further down into the pose. Let's come back up and swiping all the way across to the other side and reach. Try to keep those arms nice and long. Breathe. And breathe. Coming back up, swiping across again and back down. A little faster this time. Still breathing out. Cross. And all the way back up. Let's walk out to the center. Walk those hands out. I just want you to take 2 nice big deep breaths in, very controlled, and back out. And then walk those hands all the way back. All right, we're going to wiggle those legs again, sitting nice and tall, coming in about 3/4, and then bend that right leg, foot to inner leg. All right, this left foot is toes pointing up. All right, sitting tall. You're sitting on your sit bones. See, I was leaning forward so I could get that leg down. I want everything's got to be in line, right? In order for you to stretch and move those joints properly. Breathe. Awesome. There, see, I got it down. Good job. All right, let's do 3 crazies from here, right? So hand comes back all the way up and around. For 1, 2, really arch that back and look at those fingers way back there. And 3. And let's switch legs from there. Okay, this other leg comes in, toes pointing up. Okay, it's coming from the hip. This leg is here. This side is a lot looser. I'm sitting tall on my sit bones. I am using this other hand to hold me straight because my body's not used to. It's not natural for me, but it should be because you should be in line, sitting on your sit bones, sitting up nice and tall. Good job. Awesome. All right. 3 crazies on this side. 1, 2, and 3. Coming all the way back. All right. Legs are together. Okay. We're going to do some Superman rolls, I think. So just stay with me. I'm going to do it slowly. Okay. We're going to go into a forward fold first. So I want you to reach for the sky. Your belly's pulled in. Let's bring our hands all the way down, looking at your knees. Breathe out and breathe out again. Collapse down on those legs and breathe out. All right, we're going to roll all the way back up. Our hands are going to come out in front. Push those shoulders back, belly in to your back, and we're going to roll all the way down to the mat. Lengthen, and we're going to roll over onto our belly and do 3 Superman. 1, both arms and legs up. 2, and 3. Roll back over onto the mat, and we're going to roll all the way up. So if you need to, grab your quads, right? Reach for the legs. Staying here for a second. And come all the way back up. And we're rolling down again, nice and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Lengthen our arms and legs. And if you can, roll over without using your arms and legs. And 3 Superman. 1, 2, 3. And again, roll over if you can without your arms and legs. And let's roll all the way up. I use my legs to pull me up. And forward fold. Nice, easy breaths. Roll all the way up again. We're going to do the same thing again. Okay, so coming down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Hands come overhead, lengthen. Okay, and roll over onto your bellies. 3 Supermans. 1, 2, 3. Roll over and roll all the way up. Come on. One more time on the other side. Up and rolling down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Lengthen, your belly's pulled to the mat. Roll over. And 3 Superman. 1, 2, and 3. And coming back to the mat. And spring those arms around, and let's hug our legs and roll side to side. All right, let's bring our hands to T and our knees above our hips. All right, so take a look. Belly to the mat. You're going to feel your abs if your knees are above your hips. Right, and we're going to do a nice supine twist. So those knees are going to come over to the right. You're looking over to the left. Keep those shoulders on the floor. And for an added stretch, you can have that right hand onto those knees. And breathe for 3. Back out to T. Let's come back up to center. Again, knees are above your hips. Your belly's being pushed into the mat. And let's roll to the other side, looking to the right. Left hand on top. And breathe. And let's come back up to center. Let's give those knees a nice hug. And bring those feet back down to the mat, taking this right leg over your left knee. Open up that knee. And then bring that knee to your belly button. And you're going to push the knee into your left palm. Push it in. And then open it up, keeping that resistance. For 1, 2, knee to palm. And 3. And then let's grab behind your left knee. And you're pulling that left knee to your left shoulder. Your right elbow's pushing out on the right knee. And your left foot. So your left foot, your left knee, and your shoulder all in line. Pull and push. Then breathe. And release. All right, let's do the other side. Bring the left leg over your right knee. Open up that knee. And then bring it into your belly button. And you're going to push the left knee into right palm this time. Keeping that resistance, knee to palm. Open up and back. Breathe out as you're pushing out. Knee to palm. I messed up that one. All right. And then grab behind your right knee. Line up everything. Foot, knee, shoulder, pull, push, and breathe. And bring it all the way down. Let's lengthen our arms and legs down the mat, belly to the mat. Reach for the opposite walls. Now let's reach right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. All right, so your arms are being pulled to one wall. Your legs are being pulled to the other wall. Your belly's being pushed into the mat. Okay, we're going to slide those arms down like a snow angel. Try to keep them flat on the floor the whole way. And then going back out the other way. This is the I'm able to do it. My whole arm is on the floor the whole time. That's new. Awesome. All right. Let's bring those knees up to above your knees again. And your hands are up to the sky. Doing some dead bug here. So I want you to push your shoulders into the mat. Your knees are above your hips. Your belly's pulled in. Okay, you should just doing this should feel your abs. Okay, we're going to go right arm, left leg down, keeping that belly pushed into the mat. 2, 3, and 4. And let's do the other side. Left arm, right leg, belly's to the mat. Your shoulders are pushed into the mat. And you're breathing. You don't have to talk, so just breathe. Awesome. Okay, and this time we're going to go both arms and legs. Again, push that belly to the mat. Roll those hips towards your belly button. Let's go. Both arms and legs down and back up just to above your knees and above your shoulders. And again. 3 and 4. Awesome stuff. Let's grab those knees. Roll side to side. And we're just going to do 3 rock and rolls. 1, 2, And 3, coming right to sitting. And let's sit cross-legged. I'm gonna cut it a little short today. I gotta get out to the lake, get into my floaty, and enjoy the day on the water. Awesome. Okay, let's take this left arm, bring it over your right shoulder. Okay, your body, your head's being pulled up to the sky. Look behind, relax those legs. 2 breaths. And let's come all the way around the other side. And come back to center. Let's bring our soles of our feet together. Bring them in. Open up those legs. And let's do a couple knee taps. Pushing your hip flexor forward. And last but not least, sits. However you like to sit comfortably, but sitting up nice and tall. Whenever I'm looking, I feel crooked there. Because my right is your left, so it's weird. There we go. I don't know. Anyways, sitting up nice and tall. Just relax, but your rib cage is up, your core's engaged, always. You're going to get used to that, and that's going to become a natural thing. For me, it's a natural thing. I walk, I do everything with my rib cage up, my belly in. It takes time, but if you do it, you're going to protect your back. You're not going to hurt your back if you're lifting something. It's your everything is more in line. Your walk, everything will be good. Can't guarantee that, but much better. All right, we're going to take this right ear and take it over to your right shoulder. Just let it sit there, sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders aren't moving. Okay, so from here, we're just going to look all the way up. Should feel it higher in your neck. Stay here. Okay, and then looking down, you should feel it more so across your trap here. And then back to center. And let's do the other side. My neck is so much better thanks to my masseuse and all my stretching. Okay, looking up. Looking down. And back to center. Chin over to the right shoulder. Come all the way across to the other shoulder. To center. And let's do 3 big circles with your nose. And the other way. And we're going to finish off this with 3 rock and rolls to ragdoll. Here we go. 1. Belly to your back. Massage that spine. 2. And 3. To ragdoll. Hold those arms. Just easy breathing. Stretching out the backs of our legs and our lower back. All right. And let's give those legs a big hug and thank those legs for letting you do the things that you can do yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Arms are spaghetti. Soft bend in those knees. Let's wiggle those arms. We're going to roll up our spine. Again, vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slowly, belly in. Coming up over top of those shoulder blades or underneath. Chin to chest. Roll those shoulders back, forwards, and let's jump it out. Way to go. Shake it. High fives. Have a wonderful weekend. It's going to be a busy one. Art in the park, sheepdog trials, on the water, friends and family. Enjoy. Love the summer. I forgot to record it.